Hello everyone, and today I'll be reading Multi-Character Listener by me. So let's get into it. Kokushibo. Kokushibo had no idea of your previous life or what you have had to deal with when he was not around. He didn't ask too much, besides the information that you gave him. After all, there were some things that he decided not to bear to you either. He understood why. Sometimes all you needed was some time, and some other times nothing needed to be said at all. He understood. Sometimes he didn't want to tell you about things. Some things were not necessary to tell. And that was more than alright with him. He was not upset about that, and he never would be. But what was upsetting him most was the fact that you seemed to be hiding something important, something that could not be hidden, and something that was not long gone, but it was affecting you right till this moment. And if it was affecting you, then he ought to know. After all, he's your boyfriend. He must know about these things. He loves you for a reason. He wants to be with you in sadness and sorrow, and when you're happy as well. But right now you're not letting him through. You're not letting him comfort you when you need it most. Because you seem to be uncomfortable with some certain part of yourself. And there is a lot you're not telling him. And he only finds out the scars. When you were just trying to do something, and your sleeves got rolled up by accident. He stopped you before you hit them quickly, frowning. Who gave you these? And when you went quiet and looked away, he frowned, looking at your hand some more, before kissing over each single scar. At first you thought he was disgusted when he stared at you like that, but then when he began to kiss over the scars, you started to cry. You didn't need to do all of that. You tell him, tears streaming down your cheeks, but he only holds you closer, kissing your forehead. And yet I will, because I love you. I'm only upset that you've tried to hide something from me, because you thought I wouldn't want to look at these. But they're not good. You know that. They look horrible. I mean, you wouldn't be the first one to call them that. In my mind, you would be only one of many. You tell him, and his heart just soars with rage. Because how could anyone call this disgusting? There are signs of your fire and your fight, your determination to be who you are today. So he kisses them, he admires them, he admires you. Because you're the bravest person he's ever met. The strongest person he's ever known. Because you fought hard to get here, to be with him. And you deserve to be happy as you could possibly be. And he'll make sure to give you that, and more. Just for you to smile, and to get all that you deserve. Muichiro had no idea that you would be hiding something so important from him. But he's noticed the way that you're so self-conscious. The way you don't wear anything that may be slightly revealing, because you're scared of him seeing you. He understands being self-conscious, but the way that you've been, and the fact that he's been dating you for 3 months now, it's disheartening, and he thinks you don't trust him, when it's something else entirely. When he goes to confront you about it one day, he hesitates, and thinks against it, until he notices for the first time the scars on your arm. You're moving around, and the sleeves roll back a little bit. You were quick to roll them down, but it was far too late because he's already seen. He stayed quiet for a little bit, and you almost thought he didn't notice, until his hands wrapped around your arm, gently. Oyan, could you please tell me more? About what? You ask him, trying to act oblivious to what just happened, hoping he will let it go. But he's not going to do that. He loves you and cares about you. He doesn't understand how you believe he should just ignore it. And so, he looks at you, his eyes hardening. He was going to be stubborn about this. There are many things he's ready to let go. Many things he doesn't think about a lot. But you're special to him. You're his entire world. So no wonder. He wants you to be happy. And he wants to know what troubles you're facing. Mayan, please, just tell me. And you hesitate for a little bit, fidgeting. You're embarrassed. But then you show him all your scars. Looking down, they were ugly, so I just didn't want to show them to you. There was no reason to do that. No reason to show you those ugly parts of myself. You think they're ugly? He tilts his head, upset. He has seen many people with scars. He thought they were beautiful. He thought that they always had a meaning. They didn't have to be beautiful either. They could just be there. But they made that person who they are. And they're part of who you are today. They shaped you in one way or another. So that's why he hugs you tightly, shaking his head. Not a single part of you will ever be ugly to me, Mayan. Please, always know that. When I said I love you, I meant all of you. Your flaws, your scars, and your imperfections. Because to me, you are the best thing I could ever ask for. Even your flaws are perfect to me. Please, don't talk about yourself in that way again. Not when you're my entire world, and my reason to wake up in the morning. He said, and if that didn't heal your heart, and melt it, and shatter it into tiny little pieces, you don't know what else will.